Dear students, this is module number 218 for the subject of SHRM. And we will continue to talk about some implications of strategic human resource management practices for CSR. And in this module, we will focus on employee involvement and communication. I hope you people have learned and you can remember what was employee involvement. So employee involvement is at of two levels. So the first level is the involvement at the role level. So for example, you have a role in the organization and you are involved in that particular role. What we mean by you are involved in that particular role, you have given the discretion, you have given the power or autonomy, or you have given the skills, you have given the training to make decisions to do your job in a better way. Organizational level involvement is when organizations communicate with you and they inform you about the business strategy of the company, about the future strategy, or anything which is going to change in the near future. So you are informed and you are allowed to give your suggestions how the company can improve or what is good for the company. So the highest level of involvement is when your suggestions are taken on board. So this is the concept of involvement and communication. Now we talk about this HR practice when you have allowed the employees or when you have given some power to employees to make decisions. Involvement is not common in every organization. Most of the times, the decisions are arbitrary. They are decided at the top level and then they are simply communicated to the employees. And employees are expected to conform with those decisions or the policy and practices decided by the top management. However, there is a rich literature that suggests that employee involvement or ceding a degree of power to the front or core employees is beneficial for both employees and the employer. So we say what are the implications for SHRM practices. So employees need to understand the purpose of an organization CSR strategy. So organizations must keep on communicating regularly and reminding the corporate social responsibility of the organization. Simply, employees need to trust senior management and believe in their commitment to corporate social responsibility. I said that couple of times during this course that it is, at the end of the day, is our perception. What is the reality, we will never know. We will never know the complete truth. Because to know the complete truth, we need to have all the information. And we will never have all the information to find out the truth. So that's why in social sciences and behavioral sciences, particularly, we are talking about perceptions. Employees must perceive that their organization is, or the top management is, seriously committed to the corporate social responsibility. So employee values need to be aligned with the organizational values and corporate social responsibility practices. As I said, at the time of recruitment, if you have hired somebody whose values and practices and the moral values particularly are not consistent with the organization values or practices, then there would be a misfit. And we call that in social sciences person organization fit or either person organization misfit. You have hired somebody who is misfit in your organization. And lastly, the employee voice needs to encouraged by managers, and employees must be allowed to express their opinions. So we had a separate chapter that was devoted to employment relations, and we have realized that voice of the employee is very important. When people are able to raise their voice, when people are able to communicate their concerns, they feel better. And as a result of that communication, any decision which is made by the participation of both parties or all the parties that can be affected by that decision will be more acceptable to the people when they have given the opportunity to raise their voice. So in terms of corporate social responsibility, the HR practices, they should allow employees to raise their voice. Thank you.